Hi guys. I haven't done a vlog for a little bit since Senbatsu, but I really felt the need to press upon the community at large, not even the WOTA community, just like my normie peeps who might know a thing or two about J-pop and listen to what they're told without really knowing the reality of the Aimi Eguchi situation. Now, Aimi Eguchi is not a member of AKB48. The story behind Aimi Eguchi. AKB48 does commercials and endorsements. That's probably where they get the bulk of their money. Yes, they do their shows, they do their concerts, they sell their merchandise, they sell their CDs, they sell their photo books. But the bulk of their money most likely comes from their endorsements. One of these endorsements is for Glico, which is the granddaddy of candy companies in Japan. It's on par with Hershey in America. It's huge. It's big shit. So they have an endorsement deal with Glico, and they're doing a new commercial, and this is the concept. That's it. That's who Aimi Eguchi is. She hasn't announced a concert with AKB48 because she can't. Because she was a thing done for an ad campaign. The thing about Aimi Eguchi being a combination of the prettiest or sexiest features of each member. Okay, she was only formed from 6 girls in AKB48. These girls are Takamina, Yuko Oshima, Achan, Tomomi, Mayuyu, and fuck, who's the 6th? They took Yuko and Takamina's outlines because they're ugly, I guess. They have bad teeth. Mariko was the 6th one. Mariko, they took Takamina and Yuko's outline. They took Mayuyu's eyebrows. They took Mariko's mouth, Achan's eyes, and I believe Itano Tomomi's nose, and fucking what else? Yeah, that's everybody. That's it. It's not like taking Yuko's tits and taking Miichan's ass and, let's say, for the sake of argument, I don't know, who has nice Mariko's legs, and you know, sticking them in a... No, it's not. That's not what it is. Shut the fuck up, Western media. Western media's treatment of Aimi Eguchi. Could this be any more of an obvious clusterfuck of lack of research? I woke up and suddenly one day every single news outlet in the entire fucking world had something to say about AKB48, and I had to listen to newscasters and reporters awkwardly trying to pronounce Japanese names and trying to say AKB48 and talk about them as if they had any idea what they're doing, which I understand is a journalist's job. You have to be able to project a sense of confidence when you're talking about something that not everybody knows about, and you certainly don't know about it. However, I find the lack of facts that are at hand about AKB48 to be atrocious. I mean, how hard would it have been to get past the lol Japan is weird aspect and look at the fact that this isn't really newsworthy because it's morphing technology? How groundbreaking really is this? I don't know if I'm just jaded to technology in general, but I saw Aimi Eguchi and I was like, oh, that's cool. But to me, it wasn't something that was groundbreaking and neat. The only reason Western media is treating it as such is because it's lol Japan. That pisses me off. I don't know if I'm the only one, but it really does. And another thing, Charlie Brown. Suddenly, this is bringing up the topic of idol culture in mass Western media, which I don't like. I feel very uncomfortable about it. Even news outlets that I respect to a certain degree, like the Young Turks, are talking about it and talking about the sexualization of idols and talking about how they all look 12 years old. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Bitch, shut the fuck up. to the left. I don't want to hear about that, because that is a whole social monograph that has to be looked into and delved into and researched. Not seeing the forest for the trees. But I don't know, something about it strikes me as this sense of Western superiority that's coming out again, and it's one of the only times in which this little subtle, very subtle hint of racism can creep into this, and can become, we're so much better than Japanese people because Americans or Europeans don't lust after girls who look 12. Yeah, the fuck right you don't. Shut the fuck up and look at everybody's culture. Lolita culture exists everywhere. It's just handled differently culture for culture. And it's not a good thing. However, of all of the cultures, I believe Japan does handle it pretty well. At least they don't lie about it and try to make their 12-year-olds look like they're 20. I'm sorry, it pisses me off, and I know I went off on a tangent there, but I'm sick of suddenly having my little world that I know a lot about blown open and misinterpreted by media outlets without having the chance to speak on it, because it's still so unknown that nobody knows the truth over here. So to talk about it, I seem like I'm just some other butthurt otaku, if they even know what that word is, weird anime person, because everything Japan comes down to anime here in the United States. It used to come down to, you know, Godzilla and giant robots maybe, but now it's all anime, and sadly it's all unwashed, smelly fangirls and fanboys. I really like to try and break away from that aspect of it and try to speak intelligently about it. But where I fail, Western media just swoops in and says, hey, look guys, Japan made a virtual idol. She's a singing sensation, and she's not even real. Shut up, no she's not. She was part of a commercial, shut the fuck up. Okay, I think I'm done. Enjoy. I'm watching you.